Hey, what's up YouTube? My name is Matt Modi, aka Jedi Modi. I am a content producer and betting analyst for, as you can see on my hat here, OddsJam.com. My goal essentially is to help people like you watching this video become profitable sports bettors. So hopefully this video is helpful for you. Basically just an educational video teaching you the very simple question of how to make money sports betting. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first thing, and this is the easiest way when you're first starting off as a brand new sports bettor, just take advantage of sportsbook promotions / bonuses. There is this general thought that I think we need to, we need to stop thinking this way, is that when sportsbooks are giving you a promotion or where they're giving you some sort of bonus or odds boost, that they are trying to trick you, that they're scamming you, essentially, giving you something that they don't think is going to hit, or monopoly money, anything like that. Generally, that's a thought process that I think we need to get away from, that I'm trying to dissuade people from thinking. The main goal of a sportsbook is to get users on their platform. That's how they make money, by getting users on their platform. So all the sportsbook is trying to do when they offer these different promotions or bonuses or odds boosts, whatever you want to call it, they're just trying to get users on their platform. At this day and age, with more and more states legalizing sportsbooks, with more and more sportsbooks themselves opening up, there is a huge arms race for these sportsbooks to generate, the audience of the sports betting population, right? They want to get the market. Now, sportsbooks like DraftKings and FanDuel, they were the first ones to come around because they were initially a daily fantasy sports company, right? Before sports betting was legal. So they immediately had a perfect clientele to get into the sports betting industry. Now, Colorado has like 26 legal sports books. New Jersey has over 20. I forget the exact amount. Virginia has like 9 legal sports books. Not everybody is just using DraftKings and FanDuel, but also not everybody is using every single sports book. So these sports books are offering these different promotions to try and get users to use their platform. So like we see on the screen here, 5 $100 in free bets on PointsBet. Bet 5 to win 200 on DraftKings. FanDuel. Get up to $1,000 in free bets if you don't win your first bet. All of these are an attempt to get users to use their platform. These are new user sign-up bonuses. It's very easy to make money from these new user sign-up bonuses. So taking advantage of them is a very simple way, especially like I said, when you're first starting, to build up your bankroll. Your bankroll just being the amount of money that you're comfortable dedicating towards sports betting. So taking advantage of these sportsbook promotions, sportsbook bonuses, I cannot stress it enough. Very, very important to profit betting on sports. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is what to do when you have a free bet, converting that free bet into cash, because that is part of the whole sportsbook promotion thing. So you have a bet, that bet loses, you now have a free bet. What you can do is just convert that free bet into cash. It's pretty cool. This screenshot here taken from the free bet converter page on OddsJam. You see the books listed on the right here. And there's also, if you see this all, let me move my camera, If you see this all right here, this is basically where you can filter which specific sportsbook you have the free bet with. So if you have a free bet with FanDuel, with DraftKings, in this case, Bet365, whatever it may be, you can filter specifically for that book. And then it'll give you opportunities where you can convert that free bet into cash. It's very simple. It does all of the math for you. The free play amount is just the number that your free bet is for. So it could be 100, could be 1,000, could be $5. Strategy is pretty much the same. The free play line is just what you are placing your free bet with. So in this case, in this case, we are betting it on a college football game. We would bet Syracuse minus 14.5. This is just giving you the odds right here. So this 415 plus 415 odds. The hedge line is the bet that you are placing on the opposite book. In this case would be FanDuel, and it tells you the line, right? You're betting hedge line, point spread, and NC State plus 14.5, giving you the odds, minus 375. So you place that hedge bet at minus 375 on the other book that it tells you exactly what to do, and you would have converted that $100 into $87 in profit in real cash, no matter who wins or who loses. That $100 has been turned into $87 in profit, converting that $100 into an 80% conversion fee. So this is a way in which you can take advantage of these sportsbooks promotions, is just convert the free bets into cash. I also have, while I'm here, there's a bunch of videos on the OddsJam YouTube channel that tell you detailed strategies of what to do with a free bet. I just gave you the high level version here, converting that into cash. But if you did want to check out the OddsJam YouTube channel, just type in what to do with the free bet OddsJam, and you'll pull up a bunch of different scenarios from myself, from Alex, from Randall, from other sharp sports bettors on the OddsJam YouTube channel, telling you what to do with a free bet. Next up, very, very important. Shop for the best odds. This is telling you to sign up everywhere. Line shopping is, once you are already signed up for the sportsbooks, line shopping is the easiest way to maximize your profit. When you are line shopping, that's exactly what you're doing. You're maximizing your potential profit. And I have a couple examples here pulled from the odds page on OddsJam. It's actually completely free to line shop on OddsJam. But the first thing, we're looking at an NFL game, Eagles money line versus the Cowboys. Right here, we see Circa Sportsbook is offering the Eagles at minus 209. Look at where every other book is pricing it. No other book is even pricing this below 220. That's the closest sports book is at 220. We see some other books having them all the way at minus 240. So you're placing the same exact bet. Literally all the Eagles have to do is win. No matter what, they have to win. No matter what book you're placing it on, you're just betting on the Eagles to win. If you bet $240 on PointsBet, you would profit $100. Or you could save $31 and bet, again, same exact bet, $209 on Circa Sports and still profit $100. Now, this won't help you if the bet loses, but over time, if you're constantly maximizing your odds, you will be profitable in the long run and you will maximize your potential profit in the long run. The same thing is true of a point spread, but in this case, you're actually maximizing your win percentage. In this case, I have the Ravens versus Giants game. We see that you can get the Ravens minus 5.5 at minus 110 odds, or you can get the Ravens minus 4.5 at the same exact price. So in this case, you're betting the same exact amount of money, but you're getting the Ravens at a full point lower. Now, Ravens winning by 5, that's not the craziest scenario in the world. 5 points is a very normal margin of victory in the NFL. So if you bet the Ravens minus 5.5 and they win by 5, you lose that bet. If you bet the Ravens minus 4.5 and they win that bet, and they win by 5, you win that bet. You would have paid the same exact amount, but in this case, you are maximizing your win percentage by line shopping. The same thing applies for totals or for different sports, NBA, whatever. Maximizing your money line odds, maximizing the best lines in terms of point spreads and totals. Very easy way to maximize your potential profit. So this also coincides with the first one of taking advantage of sportsbook promotions and converting free bets into cash. Just sign up everywhere. Look at the state that you're located in, understand the betting landscape, what sportsbooks are legal, what sportsbooks are not. See if there are any sportsbooks that you are not signed up with, and go ahead and sign up for those bad boys. You can do it directly on the OddsJam website. It'll tell you what sportsbooks are legal in your state. You can also check out the description of this video. We'll have a bunch of links to sportsbooks as well, but making sure you are signed up, very easy way to profit betting on sports. The next thing I want to talk about is a type of sports betting strategy called arbitrage, and it's going to sound like a scam. I can assure you this is not. It's literally risk-free money. There's no way, and if you are arbitrage betting, in which you will lose money. It's simply not going to happen. The way it works is when you are arbitrage betting, you are taking advantage of pricing discrepancies. Another reason why it's important to be signed up for every sportsbook, because you maximize your potential chances of finding an arbitrage bet. But we see here the odds at plus 100 and plus 109. So if you risked $100 on, looks like this is Jake Eichel over 3.5 shots on goal in a hockey game. The play doesn't matter. You bet $100 on him going over, you pay out $200. So if it wins, I should say, and that bet wins, you'll get a payout of $200. You will get your stake back, your $100 stake back, and you will get your profit of $100, $200. On the opposite side, if you bet the same player to go under, so no matter what happens, under 3.5, over 3.5, one of these bets will win, right? He's not going to land at exactly 3.5. That doesn't happen in hockey. You bet $95 on him to go under 3.5 shots on goal at plus 109. Guess what? Same payout of $200. So if you look at the holistic betting view here, your total stake, your total risk, $195, your total payout, no matter who wins, $200, giving yourself a profit of 2.15%. In this case, you just made $4.31. Again, arbitrage betting is a great way to start your sports betting journey because you're making risk-free money. If you have a lower bankroll, just arbitrage that up to a certain amount, and then you have increased your bankroll. Literally no sweat off your back. Doesn't matter if your team covers, doesn't matter if your player prop hits or not. You're betting both sides, so no matter what, you will be profitable. Arbitrage, literally risk-free money. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is middle betting. So middling is similar to arbitrage, in which you are betting both sides to a guaranteed profit. But the cool thing about middling is, in this case, it is possible that you win both your bets, and it's impossible that you lose both your bets. So in this case, we have the point spread in Kansas versus Oklahoma. We are betting Kansas +8 on one sportsbook at +100 odds. We are betting Oklahoma -7.5 at +102 on another sportsbook. So if Oklahoma wins by exactly 8 points, you would have pushed this Kansas bet. So you would basically get a refund, and you would have won this Oklahoma bet. Now, if any other scenario happens, if anything else happens, you would still profit. In this case, only $1. So your payout's not huge if only one of your bets wins. But you could either have one bet push and one bet win, or you could have one bet win depending on if you get different odds. Like if this was Kansas +8.5 and Oklahoma won by exactly 8, then you would have won both sides. So middle betting, your guaranteed profit is going to be lower, but your potential profit is going to be significantly higher because you are betting both sides. Now, the last strategy that I want to talk about is positive expected value betting. It's the most profitable betting strategy long term, but you have to accept a little bit of variance. When you are positive expected value betting, you're not placing a bet on both sides. You're just placing a bet on one side. But this is very important. Positive expected value betting is when you are placing a bet that you know has a higher % chance of hitting than the reflected odds of the sportsbook that you are betting it at. It sounds like a mouthful. It's actually pretty easy. It's not that complicated. So this line you see here, right, the no vig odds. The vig is just the juice that sportsbooks price odds. It's how they make their money, right? They charge a vig. What OddsJam does and what positive expected value betting does is it removes the vig from all of the different sharp sportsbooks to get a true line of what a market should truly be priced at. So OddsJam, what they did was collected thousands and thousands and thousands of data points to answer one simple question. What is the sharpest sportsbooks in the world? Who are the sharpest sportsbooks in the world, I should say? And then once they determined that, and the cool thing about that answer, it's not the same for every sport, for every market. Some books are going to be better at baseball. Some are going to be better at football. Some are going to be better at player props. No matter what the market is, OddsJam has a weighted average for each specific market. So let's say DraftKings is really good at baseball. FanDuel is really good at football. Whenever we're removing the VIG to find the true line, they're going to give a heavier weight to those sports books for those specific sports. So to get back to the definition of positive expected value betting, this would be the bet that we know has a higher likelihood of occurring than the reflected odds. We know that the true line of this bet should be priced at -143, but we are getting it at -135 on PointsBet. So the gap between those two numbers, that is where you get your positive expected value. It also tells you your EV percent. This can also be viewed as your theoretical profit margin, your expected profit margin, which is pretty cool. One thing you'll learn over time, if you place enough positive expected value bets, your expected profit will start to equal your actual profit over the course of time. Now, for one individual bet, your bet is either going to win or it's going to lose. But over the course of time, those numbers start to meet, which is pretty cool. And another thing that's cool about the OddsJam positive expected value page, it identifies mispriced lines across the holistic betting market. So the play here that we're betting, under 53.5 in the Cardinals versus Seahawks game. The positive expected value bet is on PointsBet at -135. Look at where every other book is pricing it. -154, -155, -150, -165. Every other book is telling you that this market should be priced at a minimum in the -150s, except for PointsBet getting this at -135. PointsBet is a clear outlier here and should be bet. This is a bet that you should take. Now, again, you will have to accept some variance with positive expected value betting because you could place the best bets in the world. Sometimes they just lose. Sometimes that happens. But over time, positive expected value betting actually has the highest potential profit in terms of return on investment in the long run. Lastly, just bet responsibly. make sure that when you're setting your bankroll, it's not a number that you can't afford to lose. It sounds silly, but I've literally gotten DMs from people that say, I need to pay my rent this month. Can you give me a lock? Whatever amount of money you dedicate towards betting on sports should be a number that you are comfortable losing. So come up with that number independent of what anybody else like myself tells you. Talk to your significant other, take a look at your finances, understand what discretionary amount of money, discretionary income you're comfortable losing, and that is what should be your bankroll for betting on sports. But that is going to be everything in terms of how to profit, how to make money sports betting. Like I said, none of the concepts are particularly complicated. It's just something that you actually have to do. So if you have any questions, please let me know. You can hit me up on Twitter at my handle, JediModi. You can send me an email, matthew@oddsjam.com, or you can simply comment on the video and ask questions there as well. But hopefully this was helpful. If it was, please just give me a like so I know that this is the type of content that you're enjoying. But good luck on your sports betting journey and have a good one.